What is going on? I'm ZMOT. We are going to do some Mega Crab goodness. Jump on into that creator boost. Make sure it shows code ZMOT. It will make your Mega Crab go smoother and faster. Now, I know you guys need Mega Crab details like you need another hole in the head. I am going to give you some useful things here, though. We are going to do ridiculous attacks. We are going to have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to show you some details that maybe you didn't quite know about. So we're going to start out with this old trusty troop combo. Have not used it in a long time. I am not going to talk about troop combos. You guys likely have been watching the top streams from people like Jamar and Stoneheart and all of those types who are going to dedicate tens of hours into this Mega Crab. This Mega Crab is a little bit unique. And the reason for that is, of course, we have got speed boosts. We have got all of the things. We've got Speed Serum. Speed Serum music, by the way, one of the best things that the Supercell dev team ever came up with. I guess that wouldn't be the dev team, but you get the basics ideas here. So one thing I wanted to point out is that once you get to a certain stage, I believe it's about stage 30 or so, there is 0 point in using Speed Serum because it's not making your troops go any faster. So don't bother with Speed Serum. Completely and utterly ignore it with a couple different things. Now, what I like to do is once I get a little bit further on, I like to start throwing my Speed Serum on critters, because that is one thing that is not affected by the speed boost. So you can throw it on your critters over there and get a little bit of a boost on there. Some of those layouts that have what are those things called? Have shield generators way back on the base. Throw your Speed Serum on the critters. You get a little bit of value out of that. Throwing it on your troops, there is a cap. I don't know if it's an intentional cap or if it's a bandwidth on the device or what the heck it is, but your device simply can't make troops go any faster. So even if you're throwing Speed Serum, they're already moving as fast as they can. And how you can tell they're moving as fast as they can is when you drop a really fast troop like the Laser Rangers and a really slow troop like the mechs, and they run at the exact same pace. Like I think I've got one of those here. Let's just have a quick look here. Stage 37. If we do a drop here, if you notice, mechs are just as fast as Laser Rangers. That's when you know there's no point using Speed Serum. There's no point doing anything, really. I mean, the other notice is, with cryo bombs, you don't have to care about cryo bombs. Cryo bombs, yes, they'll do some damage to your troops, but they're not going to slow your troops down because the troops are already fast enough that we don't need to care about it. So what I've been doing up until now is literally just dropping troops and then going back to work. I am not spending any time looking at it. And the reason why I've got a couple Scorchers loaded, yes, mechs are magical. Yes, mechs shock all the things, and speedy mechs are basically Scorchers that shock everything. You like to use them, but for dropping troops and then forgetting about it, you can't, like all I do, literally, I'll show you what I do. This is my standard, I need power powder attack. We are going to drop, let's use a couple artillery to get those down. We're going to get this and this out, and then just dropping all of the things in the middle as we throw a shock on that Doom Cannon. And now I just sit here and wait. The Scorchers are going to get out in front, the mechs are going to shock things, the Bombardiers are going to outrange everything and do wonderful things. And then I'll look down at my account once in a while and go, oh, I've got some GBE, and I will hit that button right there. And then I will just keep tapping on it until Kavan keeps second winding, and then once he's dead, I'll either just force close or I'll throw a bunch of GBE on something useful like that Doom Cannon over there. Don't need to pay any attention in the early stages. I lost my first stage on stage 28. I lost some troops and wasn't paying any attention. I force closed and lost. Basically, I force closed all the way to 28. And then kept the game opening and just clicking buttons every so often. Like I'll drop some critters to clear some mines. I'll drop some critters to clear some mines. Don't need to do anything else. This speedy crab is so ridiculous that unless you're willing to dedicate like 10 hours to it, you want to just let your troops die on occasion. And I gotta say, those players who are gonna come first on the leaderboard, they have played all darn weekend. So my cap is off to them. They are absolutely beast moding this crab, putting life on hold for the weekend just to get that Mega Crab #1, which doesn't even give a trophy. Like, should you feel like there needs to be warships style trophies that expire after a year maybe? That'd be kind of neat, I think. But look at this. Watch those bombardiers. Sure, we throw the speed serum and get a bit of music, but they're still throwing the same speed. So not really worthwhile. And one other note that you need to be very aware of is how speed serum works. How speed serum works is it makes your troops shoot faster, but they do half as much damage. So by throwing speed serum on them, realistically, they're not throwing any faster, but they're doing half the damage. So you're actually doing worse. Now, someone's got to confirm that for me because that sounds insane. All I know is how the code works, so maybe that's not actually the case in Mega Crab with this speed serum, but I'm pretty sure that it is. So don't use speed serum. It will make your troops do less damage, as crazy as that sounds, because you're not getting that speed increase. Have a look at how speed serum works. I've gone over this in many, many videos. And like I said, just compile some of that GBE, hoard some of that GBE, and then do something useful with it. I'll show you in a second. We're going to get all sorts of gunboat energy here. By the way, I was using laser rangers instead of bombardiers. That was because it was just straight up good time. All of these attacks for me are unboosted. There is no need as a max level player to boost through any of the first forever stages. So here's what I'm talking about. If we want to get rid of that right there, I'm gonna let's throw a bunch of GBE over there. We'll throw a smoke on top. And now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna throw a shock about there and a shock about there. And then as soon as that come on, give me one speed serum. Get me one speed serum. I'll throw that right there. And boom, my critters are gonna go ham and take that shock launcher down. Is it super useful? Not really. Also, quick note that throwing speed serum onto defenses also makes those defenses shoot faster. So realistically, speed serum, although it sounds awesome, probably don't want to be using it on this Mega Crab. I never thought I would say that, but the stats don't lie. All you're going to do is make defenses shoot faster, make your troops do less damage. I would love to be proven wrong. Please, someone test it somehow, some way. I don't have the time. In previous years and things, I've spent hours and hours and hours exhaustively testing and going through the available code that we have and things like that. But this year, not so much. Why I'm throwing those artilleries to clear those... I kind of want to retreat right now just so that I can walk my troops through those cryo bombs just to show you that they're doing absolutely, absolutely nothing. They're not. Just ignore cryo bombs. Just be careful about when you drop your troops, because otherwise things like bombardiers are going to get absolutely destroyed by the... Like, look at that. Mech doesn't care about the cryo bomb. Does not care whatsoever. We are going to try to bring back a bunch of troops, but none of our Scorchers have died. So, actually, maybe they have and I just wasn't paying attention. Kavan's already dead, though, so not a lot we can do there, but just keep pumping the critters out. Critters, critters, critters. Critters to clear mines, critters to distract defenses. If you're going to spend GBE, Second Wind, fantastic. Critters, also fantastic. I would love to be able to throw cryo bombs on the speedy Mega Crab, but that is not the case. So we've just got to get all of our troops walking through all of this stuff, and Kavan's dead, so we can't use GBE there. So I'm just going to keep pumping out the critters, keep letting our troops walk through this. Hopefully you guys learned something. I feel like this is one of the things that I bring to the Boom Beach community that some others do not, is all of those intricate, fine-toothed details. So please do let me know if this has helped you. That is the goal here, getting you guys getting farther in the Mega Crab. And if you don't have mechs, you probably want to boost that tank damage tribe. As a low level, Scorchers are not super duper useful. I guess a mid level, I should say. Low levels don't have them. Oh, speed serum. It's worth it just for the sounds. And if you play without sound, please turn sound on for the Mega Crab. Simply because speed serum music is fire? I don't know the right term for that, but I'm sure my kid could tell me. You like the vibe of the speed... No, I can't do it. Let's switch this up. We have got something ridiculous. Also, quick note, you'll notice that I've maxed out my gold. You don't want to max out your gold. Do keep an eye on that. Need to keep an eye on your resources. Otherwise, you're going to end up wasting all sorts of them. Now, at a low level, I've got a guide for all of that stuff. You probably don't want to do too many crab stages at a time because you're going to waste those resources. I am going to boost this right here strictly for the lulz. You can also boost that resource reward tribe. Not sure it's actually required. We are going to waste all of this. Quick note, if you hate the gray upgrade arrows, all you got to do is start an upgrade and then those stinking arrows go away. So what we are going to do now is we are going to bring Bullet. Bringing Brick, there is no purpose to bringing her because we're not going to get much from battle orders because we already have the speed. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, perfect. So this is one where I can show you what I was talking about as far as throwing critters back there and using speed serum. This is not going to go well though. This is, you know what, let's just walk through this. This is going to be magical. Bullet with his taunt should be able to ignore all of the things. Also, you should be able to drop all your troops underneath one smoke because they're just going to move so darn quickly. The shock launcher just can't clue in. It just can't lock on to anyone. And then we're just going to get our troops walking. We're going to leave that cryo bomb fully in place. We're going to drop all of our troops back there using our trusty critters to clear some of those mines. Back flare, come on back flare. Where did my back flare get to? And then we're going to flare out, throw some more critters, and then we'll pop these guys over in here. Bullet's going to taunt some things. Not doing that great of a job, but look how fast our heavies are clearing things. Just to show you how full-on ridiculous this is. This is a full heavy clearing hit. Heavies with the damage tribe and that 400% movement speed are no joke. Now, at the same time, I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about back here as far as throwing critters in that back area, using speed serum on it, but I ran out of gunboat energy. So instead, we're just going to see if we can't get all of our heavies to take down all of this stuff. Their lack of range is unnerving though, so you definitely need to save some gunboat energy. We are going to get all of our troops picked off because they just don't have enough they don't have enough range to clear things. So this attack is going to be a complete and utter failure. But do have a little bit of fun. Smoke some tanks back there. Do some ridiculous things. This Mega Crab is designed, or maybe not designed, but it works so well to do ridiculously silly attacks. Not necessarily all heavies, but all rifles, all tanks. There is so much going on right now that, I mean, we still have heavies left, and we're way back behind core. So, easy second hit. Only needed to hit most bases in order to get that legendary statue. So someone out there could get the legendary statue using heavies alone. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is fully the case. If you've never gotten a gold statue, this is the Mega Crab for you. If you've never gotten the diamond statue, this is for you. Same thing with legendary and iron and stone and all of the rest. So I will not subject you to this. Yes, we did fail, but that is not relevant for the moment. You know what? Let's go Smoky Tanks. Smoky Tanks are a great time. Warriors, I mean, not Warriors, Heavy's not the best choice there at all. Yes, they've got health, but you know what's got more health? Tanks. And you know what's got a bunch of damage? Tanks with that boost. So with taunt, oh, that's not taunt. That's taunt. There we go. This stage should be ridiculously easy. We'll do one more, then I'll call it quits. I would love to bring you guys stage 468. Actually, you know what? We'll check the leaderboards in a second. I'm curious to see where people have gotten to. I'm sure that it is way beyond your wildest dreams. And just a reminder that a Mega Crab and Tribes, this is not the one for you. Like, in several instances, waiting till the last minute to do your Mega Crab might be a good idea because the tribes end up changing in the middle of the crab, but I don't think this is the one simply because of the fact that tank damage is pretty decent, and also you need so many hours, so waiting till the last minute would not be ideal at all. we're just going to let these tanks burn through some things. Bullet is not doing anything useful for us. He's kind of standing in there, but he is way behind most of our tanks. Kavan would have been better. I probably should have flared a boom cannon. Come on, I'm not going to... Actually, you know what? We'll pause here. The stage did go down. Of course the stage went down. We are into the gold statue, starting to get closer to that diamond statue bit by stinking bit. Look at that. Stage 232 already. That is massive, massive, massive. You should know me. That player was near the top of the leaderboard in warships. Who else do we got here? Jamar, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, beast player. Do go check out his YouTube. I'm not sure if he talks during his streams or not, but great player. Definitely want to watch that. And a lot of this comes down to your statues layout. So make sure that your statues are Mega Crab planned, because if not, you're going to have a bad time as we walk all of our troops through this. This is a long walk unboosted with tanks, obviously, because our tanks are using up a bunch of our gunboat energy. So I am going to go into about here, just park right about here. We are going to back flare into there, and then Bullet's going to taunt, and we're going to throw our one final shock on that far stuff. That should clear some things up. Those boom cannons on the side are going to target all of our tanks, but we should be able to get one more shock here in the next few minutes. There we go, getting that next shock out. Bullet also getting slightly out front. So don't feel like you need to clear through everything on this Mega Crab. There is so much speed that your troops will be in and amongst the smoke. Don't need to worry too much about keeping your troops alive, because they're going to do a lot of it on their own simply by being invisible underneath that smoke. So we're going to throw a taunt as we bring all of our troops back towards that stinking boom cannon there. And then once that boom cannon's gone, we can... Oh, it's not gone. See, I knew it was going to be awful on my part. So smoking troops, yes. Maybe not doing it unboosted, though. That is about the only reason to boost your troops on these early stages, because you can do extra fun things. I was GBE poor. I would have liked to smoke all the way back into that back corner, but I knew that was not going to work out super duper well. Anyways, hopefully this was your non-standard Mega Crab video. I have made Mega Crab videos probably for 5 years, 6 years at this point, so I figured let's give you guys a little bit more in-depth detail. Hopefully this helps you make your Mega Crab journey a little bit better than it would have been otherwise. I'm ZMOT. Hit me up in those comments. Let me know how your Mega Crab's doing, how much patience you have, and if you would like to see grapplers on the Mega Crab. I would love to see grapplers on the Mega Crab. It would totally and utterly change the Mega Crab, but I would only want to see them from stages 40 onwards, or maybe 50 onwards, something like that, because you low levels really don't want to deal with having your Scorchers ripped out of your hands and taken back into a ridiculous kill zone. So that's all from me. Grind that powder out, even if you're just force closing, and if you don't know what I'm talking about for force closing, do hit me up. Otherwise, I'm ZMOT. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, use code ZMOT in all Supercell games. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.